Welcome to version 1.1 using the new List Operations feature. From the main menu, we begin by entering data into the list. I'm going to use the list that I used for the sine regression, that is the numbers 1 through 12 in list 1 and the corresponding 12 temperatures into list 2. It really doesn't matter what those values are for this demonstration, because I want to demonstrate the new menu option, and that is List Operations. We have done a video session on using the Transform List feature, and now I'd like to focus on the List Operations feature. So I'm going to click on List Operations, and you notice that brings me to a menu where I can choose the list that I want to use, the operation that I want to impose, and the second list that I want to use as part of that operation. So you'll notice that I can also target where the results will be put. So I could actually use this to transform a list onto itself, but for this particular demonstration I'd like to use the numbers from list 1 and add the numbers from list 2. I'd like to create a new list, so I'm going to leave this new. I click Calculate, and now you'll see what has happened is that the application has taken the values from list 1, added to the value of list 2 to produce list 3, and it's done this all the way down for each one of the cells. So 3 and 50 is 53, 2 and 38 is 40, etc., etc. So that's one of the ways you can use this new list of operations. Let's go to another way. I clicked on List Operations once again, and now I would like to use the numbers from list 1, and I would like to subtract the numbers from list 1 and put the answers back into list 1. So in essence, this was just a very hard way to clear the list. You'll see that it took the numbers, subtracted them from themselves, and put the answers back into list 1. I just wanted to show you the different things you could do with this new operation. Of course, we still have the option to, by clicking the menu, I can clear the list, I can clear the row, I can clear everything. All of those still apply. The new part was the list operations, where we can actually use the values from one list as variables and the values from a second list as variables and combine them in different ways to form either new list or to replace existing lists. And this ends the session on the new version 1.1 list operations. Of course, don't forget, all the list transformations still work. It's still an option. You can still do everything that you could do with the first version, although now we're allowing the values in the different lists to be themselves variables. And so this ends the session on using the list operations.